Organized crime is a phenomenon that transcends borders and cultures. It's a universal, nefarious practice that's as diverse as it is common. Gangs exist all around the world, often violently at odds with one another over turf and money. Hello viewers and welcome to our channel. In today's video, we are diving deep into the world of the Hells Angels Motorcycle Club. So without further ado, let's dive into the video and don't forget to subscribe the channel. Number 1. The Hells Angels. The Hells Angels are a household name when it comes to organized crime. The legendary motorcycle club boasts some 2,500 members in 26 countries and has a reputation of racketeering, drug trafficking, and committing murder. Though the club steadfastly denies any criminal ties, entrance to the motorcycle gang is not easy and involves a ritual that implies a future involving some dirty work. New members of the Hells Angels are, reportedly, required to engage in an incredibly unhygienic baptism. Existing club members put fecal matter and urine into a bucket, and said bucket is poured on the new angel's head. The newly soiled soldier cannot wash or change clothes for the duration of the evening. Number 2. The Chinese Triads. The Chinese Triads is an umbrella organization responsible for a number of secret illegal enterprises dating back some 3,000 years. Operating in Singapore, Hong Kong, Malaysia, and mainland China, the Triads are known for their work in prostitution, gambling, extortion, and laundering money. Joining this clandestine criminal group requires a very visceral commitment. New members are expected to drink from a goblet containing animal or human blood, sometimes their own, sometimes not, and recite the following oath. If a member of this society finds himself in difficulty, all will rush to his aid. If I, as a future member of this association, break this oath, the swords will descend and kill me. Number 3. The Aryan Brotherhood. The Aryan Brotherhood is the U.S. oldest white supremacist prison gang. Founded in the mid-1960s by bikers looking to protect themselves in a newly desegregated prison system. The Aryan Brotherhood, also known as AB or Alice Baker, is still going strong today with an estimated 20,000 members. The Aryan Brotherhood requires potential recruits to make their bones. This bloody rite of passage is pretty simple. It means murdering a rival gang member or corrections officer, thereby making them into bones. The AB's motto is blood in, blood out, and making your bones satisfies the first part of that. The second part comes when you leave the gang, which only comes through death. Number 4. The Knights Templar. The Knights Templar are one of Mexico's most gruesome drug cartels. The organization is one of the more violent participants in the nation's ongoing drug war and is known for its affinity for public decapitations and boiling its enemies alive. While the atrocities committed against this cartel's adversaries are quite horrifying, it's the initiation process for its own members that is truly on another psychopathic plane. It's unclear whether this initiation process of the Knights Templar is still enforced, but it appears to have evolved from simply murdering and dismembering rivals into a cannibalistic experience. Members are forced to eat a human heart in front of their peers to symbolize their boundless loyalty. Number 5. The Latin Kings. The Latin Kings, sometimes known as the Almighty Latin Kings, are one of America's oldest gangs, with their origins dating back to New York City around the 1920s. This predominantly Latino organization remains an incredibly violent and active gang, with somewhere around 25,000 members nationwide, all draped in the gang's signature black and gold colors. Because it's such a sprawling organization, entry into the Latin Kings can require different things in different places, most commonly involving getting jumped in, which is getting beat up by other members. There is, however, a more heinous initiation that sometimes occurs with new female recruits. They are sexed in, meaning they are gang raped by existing members. Rival gang MS-13 is known to use this initiation as well. Number 6. The Numbers Gangs. The Numbers Gangs are found in South Africa's Western Cape prison system and consist of 3 main gangs: the 26, 27s, and 28s. These gangs, according to some, go back as far as 1812 and retain to this day a legacy of brutality and violence. Ranked in a hierarchy of violence, the 28s are the bloody zenith of the numbers gangs, and new recruits are offered 2 ways of climbing the ranks: The first career track is the Gold Line, for those willing to advance by drawing blood from correctional officers, and the second is the Silver Line, for those who are willing to be sex slaves for the higher-ranking members. Number 7. United Blood Nation. The United Blood Nation, aka the Bloods, is a coast-to-coast crime organization founded in Los Angeles in the early 1970s. The Bloods, known to be clad in all red, are one of the largest and most well-organized gangs, excelling in drug dealing and racketeering through strong-arm business practices. Entry into the Bloods, like other large gangs including the Crips or Latin Kings, can require different initiations regionally, but New York's admission ritual seems to be a cut above the rest. New recruits in NYC are required to dole out $1.50 to a rival or stranger's face, which is the act of slashing a person's cheek with a box cutter, leaving them with a laceration that requires at least 150 stitches. Number 8. The UK Criminal Underworld. The UK Criminal Underworld is known for its creative violence, largely due to the lack of guns, which are much more ubiquitous among American gangs. What this often means is more brutal stabbings and slashings. One anonymous London gangster told The Independent that, in order to join his gang, he was offered the choice of stabbing another boy or eating dog feces. In a show of compassion or simply nerves, the young man chose the latter, which, while perhaps noble, left him sick and hospitalized. Number 9. The Junky Funky Kids. The Junky Funky Kids, or the less fun-sounding JFKs for short, are a large and active gang in the Lavender Hill neighborhood of Cape Town, South Africa. As the JFK seek supremacy in the area's drug trade, they often find themselves at war with the rival Boston's and Corner Boys gangs over turf, oftentimes resulting in violence and death. The initiation rite for the Junky Funky Kids prepares recruits for this endless turf war by making them venture through a unique obstacle course. During this ritual, current members stand in 2 parallel lines, facing each other, holding belts, chains, and wooden planks, while the new members are made to run through this gauntlet, absorbing the gashes and beatings they receive along the way. Number 10. The Tate Crime Syndicates. In Tate County, Taiwan, local crime syndicates have long engaged in illegal practices like money laundering and racketeering. They adhere to the standard hierarchical roles of bosses and subordinates found in any other form of business. Beginning in the 1970s, however, these local organizations began using an interesting new interview technique to see who was cut out to be a mob boss. The Tate tradition, known as bombarding Master Handon, is a centuries-old practice where locals throw fireworks at a shirtless man assuming the role of the deity. Dressed in a mask with little other protection, the inductee is subjected to the firecrackers as a way of honoring the god and ensuring wealth and prosperity. What is surely a painful display for the inductee is seen by local crime bosses as a way of weeding weak people out. Whoever lasts the longest gets a promotion, and probably some burns and hearing loss. So this was our today's video. I hope you all like it. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends and family. We will be back soon with a new video. Till then, keep supporting and take care.